Hi, my name is Isabel Ellingson. Today I'm going to be giving a speech on the invasiveness of lionfish. Imagine you are scuba diving when you see a beautiful fish with long spines and stripes all over its body. While you might think that it's just another one of the many beautiful fish you will see while scuba diving, you are wrong. You are staring at the invasive lionfish. Chances are that the lionfish is not native to the waters you are diving in. I have had first-hand experience with the invasiveness of lionfish because I have seen lionfish twice while scuba diving in two different countries, once off the coast of Cuba and once on the Great Barrier Reef. The lionfish are an invasive species originally from the Indo-Pacific that have invaded the Caribbean, the Bahamas, Florida, and the Gulf of Mexico. Some experts believe that the invasion may have started in 1992 when Hurricane Andrew destroyed an oceanfront home in Florida that had kept 6 lionfish in a saltwater tank. People buy lionfish as pets to keep in saltwater tanks because of their beautiful spines and scales. However, the scientists at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration have said that the people have been dumping unwanted pet lionfish into waters in which they are not native for over 25 years. In fact, humans have been the main contributors in helping lionfish spread to waters that they are not native to. Here is a map of lionfish in 1985. As you can see, the lionfish have not invaded very much. However, in 2014, the lionfish have spread quite a bit. Lionfish have now expanded to the southeast coast of the United States, to the Caribbean, and to the Gulf of Mexico with the help of humans, because humans have been dumping lionfish into waters that they are not native to. Because of the huge quantity of lionfish that have invaded non-native waters, they greatly affect the ecosystems of the waters they invade. Lionfish, once established in a new territory, overpopulate the reefs. One of the reasons why lionfish can thrive and take over ecosystems so quickly is because the female lionfish can reproduce at any time of the month throughout the year. The female lionfish can also start breeding very young. The female lionfish lay clusters of thousands of eggs, and the male lionfish then fertilize the eggs as the eggs float through the water with the help of currents. The eggs are rarely eaten by other predators because their defense mechanism causes them to taste bad. Lionfish can greatly alter and even in some cases destroy the ecosystems they invade. They can be incredibly detrimental to the local ecosystems because they can destroy the coral reefs. Because the lionfish act aggressively towards other small reef fish, the small reef fish migrate to other less desirable locations. The lionfish prey on other small reef fish, which has led to lower reef diversity by 80%. Because the lionfish are eating the small reef fish, they are disrupting and altering the food chain, which causes a lot of problems for all the living organisms on the reef. Lionfish have invaded areas so quickly it's not clear what long-term ecological effects they're having on the reefs yet, but most experts believe that it's almost certainly not good. One study in 2007 found that after 5 weeks, a small patch reef with a resident lionfish had 79% fewer juvenile fish than one without. Scientists fear that the lionfish, with its booming numbers and aggressive tendencies, will lower reef diversity by pushing native species into worse habitats. Creating a demand for lionfish meat is the best option we have right now to combat the spread of lionfish. Lionfish meat is actually a very nice white meat. I know this because I've eaten it. A few years ago in Cuba, when I was getting my scuba certification, we came across a lionfish on our dive. Our scuba teacher had educated us on the negative effects the lionfish have on the reefs and ecological systems, so when he saw the lionfish on our dive, he promptly speared it, and when we finished our dive, he cleaned it for us and we took it home for dinner. Throughout the video I will show, you will initially see high numbers of lionfish in the water. Notice in the video how the lionfish population shrinks by just spearing a few lionfish. Our scuba instructor always carries a spear with him so that anytime he sees a lionfish on a dive, he can spear it. We probably will never be able to rid the waters of lionfish completely, but there are organizations like the Lionfish Hunt that take groups of scuba divers out to hunt and kill the lionfish. Hunting the lionfish and creating a demand for their meat might be the best way of trying to keep the population in as much control as possible. Since there are no government funds available to control the species, teaching divers who are on the reefs weekly about hunting and eating the lionfish seems to be the best method for controlling their spread for the time being. As you can see in the video, the lionfish have taken over the reef. They are predominantly lionfish in the water. Spearfishing helps combat the ever-rising numbers of lionfish, also called the rats of the sea. The lionfish invasion can be detrimental to native species that they invade. If we do not do something about the invasion now, this takeover of new warm waters will lead to very serious ecological problems in the future.